Alright, so we're back. We're going to start to set up our robot, calibrate it all, make sure that it knows where it is. In the same way that I had mentioned we wanted to home all axes on the previous, that Beckman robot, we're going to want to do something similar. Not home all axes, but effectively it's the same idea. So there's a couple things that we're going to want to do. We're going to start off with setting the pin height. So when the colony picker picks the colony, it shoots one of those things down and touches the colony, but we just want to make sure that it shoots its thing down just far enough to touch the colony, maybe a little bit beyond. Not too high so it misses the colony, not too low so it goes right through the colony into the agar, loses the colony, and worst case scenario even touches the plate. So that would be very bad. So we're going to click that. We're going to get this dialog box, and we're going to have these manual controls. This is exactly what it sounds like, X, Y axis, and Z axis. I'm going to go over to 20,000 microns, which is about, let's see, what is that, 20 centimeters, 20 millimeters, 2 centimeters. And then if I press this button, it's going to come towards us. So you can hear it. So I'm going to keep on pressing it towards us, and I need to see what's going on here so I don't overdo it. So let's see. Whoops. Okay, I can't see what's going on here. Alright, now I can see. Alright. Alright, there we go. So you can see I'm moving it towards us. I'm just going to go to the center of the plate. And now we're at, I'm going to change it over to 1 millimeter steps. And I'm going to put our A1 pin down. I don't know if you can see that. So up, down. And there's also a fire pin button that does that, but we just want it down. And now I'm going to slowly move our head down until I see it just touch the colony, and I'm going to change it to 100 microns. I want to see it just press down the agar, pin A1 up, and now I'm going to move a little bit out of the way, and I'm going to fire the pin and see what happens. Make sure that it just pokes a hole in it. And that's exactly what we wanted. I don't know if you can see it from here, or let's try it again. Fire pin A1. It's really hard to see, but essentially it's just going in and it's grabbing whatever's there. It's making a quick little hole and it's going back up. So we've adjusted our height. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's see, we can even do pin A1 down and we can see how far it's in. That looks good to me. So pin A1 up. And I'm going to save. It's going to ask me if I want to return to home position. No. We could, doesn't really matter, but we're going to do the next thing, which is to align the camera. So I'm going to hit the align camera button, and I'm going to choose a region of the plate. So I'm going to look at my plate, I'm going to see, okay, what kind of, it doesn't matter, we'll just do the center area. We'll say 22. So I picked 22, and continue, and it's going to shoot a pin down, and then it's going to take the camera there, and it's going to show me where it thinks it just launched its pin at. So this is kind of hard to see. I'm going to zoom in. So that's really hard to tell. So I'm going to cancel that. No. I'm going to do that again. Essentially what it's doing is, you can imagine that you take a rifle and you just shoot it at a target, and then you look in a scope at your crosshairs, and the bullet hole in your target is maybe there, so you just move your crosshairs there. And then when you repeat that process, you shoot your gun, your crosshairs should be right on top of that bullet hole. So that's what it's doing here, is it's firing that pin, and then it's saying, this is where I think my crosshairs are, or this is where my crosshairs are, do those line up? And if they do, great. If they do not, we can adjust it. So we're going to try that one more time. So it shoots the pin down, moves the camera over to where it shot the pin, and then it gives us an image over here. Then we can zoom in on that image, I don't think that's where our pen went down. I think that's just something that looks weird. I think it's a bubble. Again, this is really hard to tell. Let's try it one last time. Third time hopefully will be the charm. I actually already aligned this earlier, so it's probably okay, but just I wanted to show you guys for science. Okay, this, no, it's still really hard to tell. Well, that actually might be where the pin hit. So we'll just pretend that we are off by a little bit and we want our crosshairs to be down and to the left. So we're just going to adjust our axes down and to the left. And it moved just a little bit. I think that's where we want to be. So I'm going to OK, I'm going to save, no, and I'm going to just do it one more time just to see if we get lucky and zoom in to I think, yeah, well, actually we're probably dead on. Oops, what did I do? I think that's where we want to be. I'm actually going to adjust it a little bit more. Okay, and I think we're all adjusted. And then the final adjustment that we want to do is we want to calibrate the camera. So all we got to do, press that button and just pick a random area wherever. And essentially what it's going to do is it's going to move around and it's going to snap a photo, move, snap a photo, move, snap a photo, move. And it will move a defined area. And it will pick a colony and see how much that colony is moving in the image with respect to how much it knows it moved. And it can then correlate the pixels to a defined physical movement that it knows it's doing. And really what that boils down to is we want an aspect ratio of 1. And as long as that is 1 or close to 1, you know, 0.99 is good, 0.98 is good. Anything below that, and I tried again. So as long as that's 1, we're fine. So I'm going to say yes. And now we're pretty much ready to go. So we're going to break here one more time, just because the next part is going to take a little while, but just to give you a quick preview, we're going to actually start imaging the whole plate and selecting which colonies that we're going to be picking. So be right back.